Hello and welcome to the February 2022 monthly Northwood University webinar. My name is Julia Damchek. I'm going to be your moderator today. I want to thank you for joining us, and I am super excited to welcome back my colleague, Beth Bryce. Beth is a director in our career advancement department and a mentoring expert, so she's going to share some of her thoughts today with us. The topic today is using mentors to navigate the Great Resignation. That's the time we're in right now, and so she's going to help us with some advice on how to navigate these times, both from a mentor and a mentee perspective. So just a few reminders. There's a Q&A on the right-hand column, so please utilize the Q&A chat. And after Beth is done with her presentation, I will moderate those questions. We're also recording this, and so we will send this off to all of you when we're done today in case you have to step off early. So without any further ado, I'd like to welcome Beth Bryce.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for the introduction, Julie. I'm honored to be here. I'm going to take us on a journey, share some personal stories, and hopefully inspire you to take action, and then leave some time at the end for your questions. So grab your notepad and let's get started. Oftentimes, when I step into a room and speak to an audience, I'll ask the crowd, how many of you have a mentor? And out of a sea of people, only a few raise their hands, and it's shocking. I think people either don't know where to begin or they don't think they have the time, when actually not having a mentor makes your path to success longer and more difficult. Mentoring, by far, is one of the most important things that you can do for your career, both as a mentee and as a mentor. So, if you are the smartest person in the room, find a bigger room. About a decade ago, I found myself at a networking event, bored, frankly. How many of you can relate? Talking to the same people from the same circles, month after month. They knew my story, I knew their story. We really weren't learning anything new from one another. Now, don't get me wrong. We had friendship, connection, mutual respect, but we weren't pushing each other to grow. And if you aren't learning, you aren't growing. And if you aren't growing, you are dying, my friends. So about this time in speaking with one of my mentors, an amazing executive coach, she said, Beth, if you are the smartest person in the room, find a bigger room. And it was like throwing a glass of water in my face. Truly, how can you level up if you aren't playing on a bigger field with people who are masters at something that you don't know? Think about that. So I went to task finding new groups and new people who were doing things that I wanted to do but hadn't done yet. And that's how you jumpstart your career and get to the next level. Now I know there will be a bit of the imposter syndrome going on in your head. I don't have the experience. Do I belong in the room? What am I going to say? Blah, 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 right? So tell your inner critic to shut up and just get in that bigger room. So here you are. You're in the room. And I want to give you another example when I was assigned 4 mentors. So this was a couple of years ago when I was preparing for my TED Talk. I was assigned 4 mentors, speech writing, speech coaches, and a mindset mentor. Yeah, and I met with them twice a week in the evening after work for 8 weeks and clocked in over 100 mentoring hours with them. 100 to prepare for a 10-minute speech. I'm not kidding you. And I don't know if I would have said yes to the gig if I had known it was that intense, but it really was one of the best yeses that I have ever said, because things that push you and challenge you make the biggest impact in your career. So here they were, mentors assigned to me, volunteering their precious time and invested their expertise, their energy and interest in me. And me, in turn, as a mentee, showed up for them. I listened, I took constructive feedback. I didn't want to call it criticism, so constructive feedback, did the work and gave it my all because I knew, right? I knew my success was their success. Understand that you are helping each other win. Mentoring is a team sport. Mentoring is a team sport. You win and lose together. So, whether you are a mentee or a mentor, here are 5 characteristics to consider. 1, do they have the time for you and genuinely seem interested in you? And as a mentor, do you have the time to give someone without distractions and without rushing, totally being present for them? Are they listening to you? An indication would be they ask great questions. Understand the quality of coaching and mentoring is directly related to the quality of questions they ask you. And as a mentee, you ask of them. You know, John Maxwell says the quality of our life is the quality of our questions that we're asking. So yeah, I hope you're taking notes. I hope you're taking notes. 3rd, are they identifying goals, problem solving together, exploring creative and innovative possibilities rather than just barking advice and listening to themselves talk, right? Again, I want to keep going back to mentoring is a team sport. Acceptance, trust is at the core of acceptance, non-judgmental, compassionate, and everyone is being vulnerable, both parties, mentor and mentee, and transparent about their experiences. So not holding back. And when you have trust, you've created a safe environment, and that's where magic can happen between a mentor and a mentee. And lastly, do they provide validation, support, gratitude? Are we celebrating together? Are we lifting ourselves up to when things get rough and rocky and you have disappointments? Because that is life. There will be disappointments. So it's not just about the wins. It's about the losses as well. And quite frankly, I think mentoring is one of the biggest things that can and should and will help us through the massive changes of the pandemic. Something to think about. So here is the mentoring skills model for the visual learners on the call. I'm a visual learner. You can see on the left the core mentee skills. Center are our shared skills and key mentor skills on the right. And so I'll pause here so you can take a picture of the screen with your iPhone or your phone. And yeah, right now I'm cueing the Jeopardy music in my head. So take the picture. It's a great representation of the skills to make a successful mentoring relationship. Okay? So now you've found your person. How are you optimizing your relationship? Identify the main purpose. I talked about the TED Talk mentoring team. We had a distinct purpose to get me through a challenge. And there usually is a purpose. There should be behind every relationship. What about their career do they need help with? Right? Easy question. Set the duration of the mentoring and frequency. So it could be a one-time session. It could be a flash mentoring session. It could be monthly, it could be quarterly, it could be an annual check-in, or maybe it's twice a week for 8 weeks for 100 hours. I mean, I would recommend a very strong spirit for that. But yes, it could be that intense for a brief time. Specific. Make sure you have an agenda and you have questions at the ready. Accountability is so key. I cannot stress this more. What are the homework assignments? What is the timeline for following up? The biggest mistake a mentee can make is not following up with their mentor. It's not a mentor's job to track you down. It's not. It's an epic failure. Always follow up and talk about what advice you did take, how you implemented it, and what results you saw or didn't see. But follow up is critical. Establish the modes of communication, right? So it's a call, it's an email, it's in person, it's Zoom, or a combination. But know this, consistency equals efficiency. First Tuesday of every month, 9 a.m. Zoom. Boom. Take out the guesswork, and then you're not being random. You know, every Tuesday, first week of the month, 9 a.m. is my mentor call. You're preparing in advance. You know what's coming. Consistency equals efficiency equals success, right? Okay. Feedback, be coachable, be grateful, be open to honest observation. You've heard this before, perception is reality. How they perceive you to be is their reality. So listen to what they have to say. I had a mentor once that hesitated in providing me constructive criticism, right? I can be a little intimidating, I can imagine, right? So I let him off the hook. Said to him finally, look, I know what my strengths are. Tell me, please, what do I need to do to improve? How can I and where should I improve? And that's how you grow. Yes, it's important to understand your strengths, right? And a lot of research shows focusing on your strengths. But I, at that point in my career, really wanted to know how to level up and what was holding me back, right? Like, for example, most women have a difficult time reaching executive leadership opportunities because they lack the number one biggest skill they lack. Do you know what it is? Financial acumen. Financial acumen. So finding a mentor to help you move through that and help you get to the boardroom, right? It's very distinct. It's very purposeful. And that's the kind of clarity that you need when you're seeking a mentor to enhance your career, right? Boy, I could talk all day for this stuff, but I know we don't have that kind of thought, that kind of time. So here we are, 40 plus million last year bolted from their job. You've read it in Wall Street, you see it on CNN, it's all over the place. But what does this say? What does this say to you in terms of mentoring today? One, that there isn't a better time to be in the job market if you're a seeker. Know this, 80% of opportunities are found through networking, and you should be leveraging your mentors, right? If you want quick results. And two, employers are bleeding badly, losing talent, desperate for talent, and should be focused on retaining talent. So let's say you're a job seeker. It's time to leverage and rally your mentors. What are you going to do? You're going to reach out proactively to your mentor. Think about the people who are on your references, right? They typically make great mentors. Take initiative to set up meetings. I'm sure you're hearing this common theme that I'm talking about right now. Initiative, initiative, initiative. Listen, this is your career. Nobody should be more invested in your career than you. It's nobody else's responsibility. 3, share your ideas about your next career so they understand your thought process. You should be able to articulate, maybe you don't have the vision of what that ideal role is, but you should be able to talk to your mentor about what's currently lacking in your role, what challenges you are seeking, what is the satisfaction, what is the next level for you. Maybe you don't know the specific job title, but you know what's missing and you know what's calling you. And a mentor can help pull that out for you. Ask for what you need. Is it a reference, door open, an introduction, a referral, strategy? Ask. Highly successful people want to help you. They do. I swear they do. I could tell you stories all day long about people who want to help you. So, lastly, drive and maintain the relationship. Be grateful, follow up, share good news, share bad news. So many years ago, I had an interesting opportunity, amazing opportunity. I was so excited about it. I dusted off my references, reached out to mentors, asked them to write me letters of recommendation, and I didn't get the offer. Can you believe it? I didn't get the offer. So first act of business, after eating an entire pizza, right? And downing and being a Debbie Downer, snapped myself out of that and called back all my people and let them know that I didn't get it, and I thanked them. And here's what happened. They helped talk me through my disappointment, because that's what a mentor does. That's what a mentor does. Here's what shouldn't happen, is that they call you back, track you down after a month and say, so what happened? Did you get the job? I haven't heard anything. Oh my gosh, don't be that mentee. Don't be that mentee that someone has taken time, invested themselves in your career, and then they have to track you down. Yeah, that'll be a short-lived relationship. Okay. For employers, no big surprises here, folks, but it bears repeating. Outside of flexibility and pay, people are hungry for opportunity, challenging work, and connection, point blank. Do you have mentoring within your organization? Formal or informal? Mentoring can look many different ways, and it's way beyond a one-on-one relationship. So are you developing and retaining high potential employees? How are you doing that for them? Are you enhancing your existing training and development programs? For a new employee, are you matching them when they walk into your organization? For existing employees, are you sitting down with them, reviewing their goals, and then looking at them from a perspective of mentoring? Is there someone in the organization that is doing what they want to do in their next career path? And are you facilitating job shadowing, conversations? Hey, you should talk to so-and-so, and then making those introductions for them. Mentoring employees for potential management roles and internal promotions, right? So many times things happen quickly. People are promoted. They have no supervisory experience or no training, and we're setting people up for failure, quite frankly. So how are you positioning potential new managers ahead of that opportunity? There's succession planning and DEI objectives. So are you providing mentors who are uniquely different? There's really two paths, right? There's matching someone who's doing what they want to do. There's great benefits to that. But then there's also bringing in someone who has a completely different background and getting them outside of the box. One of my past mentors recommended me for various boards within the community, opened doors for me. And that was a game changer for my career and my visibility. And just being of service in my community. So on the surface, we had nothing in common. He's a man, African American, a dentist. I have an accounting background, and he's a bass player in a band. Okay, nothing like my background, although I can play a mean kazoo. I tell you, I can do that. But that's the magic of diverse experiences, points of view, and perspectives. It has the ability to shape and expand your sense of self and push you outside of your comfort zone. So yes, look for like-minded, like passions, but yes, also look for diverse mentors. You should have many mentors. Mentoring increases employee engagement, period. We as employees are hungry for connection, being seen, heard, and valued. And mentors can help make that happen. All right. Lastly, we're very excited. I wanted to talk to you briefly about Blue Link, our call to action. Many alumni have asked to help Northwood students advance their career potential. Well, here is your chance, alum. We invite you to join our Northwood exclusive online platform, Northwood University NU Blue Link. Create an account using your LinkedIn profile. It's so easy. Click of a button and identify yourself as someone willing to offer career advice. Check. And become an influencer in the life of a fellow Timberwolf. We'll be rolling out more exciting student success initiatives later this month and the following months to come, I promise you, to drive students to connect to the platform and find an alumni mentor. And it made me think of when I was an early 20-something, fresh out of my undergrad, graduate from Northwood, and I had a mentor that just came right out of the blue at the company. She took me under her wing. She opened doors for me, cheered me on, told me what I should be doing, and within 6 months, I was promoted to a management role. Now, that was surprising enough, but what was really surprising is I never saw myself as a leader. It was never on my bucket list, and she saw something in me that I never saw in myself. And that's what a mentor does. It opens up opportunity, possibility, and pushes people outside of their comfort zone because they believe in them when you don't even believe in yourself, right? And yeah, so that is the power of mentoring. Another quick story, because many of you have heard this story, but it's just a great story. So I had a graduate student come to me, said, you know, I'm really not interested in a traditional career in accounting. And I was like, well, okay, that's interesting. Tell me about it. What is it that you want to do? And she said, well, I want to be an organic cattle farmer. And I was like, okay, I know absolutely nothing about organic cattle farming. So we turned to LinkedIn and we found an amazing, successful organic cattle farmer from Vermont. And he, in turn, was thrilled to help her. I didn't know him, she didn't know him, but what happened was he mentored her and she started a barn theme wedding company while she pursued this organic cattle farming business. And it is incredible. That's the power of mentoring. That's the power of connection. That's the power of highly successful people who want to help, because they do. So I encourage you, if you're already a member of Blue Link, please hop back on the platform and join the mentoring group. Re-identify yourself as an alumnus that wants to help. And once you're meshed up, mentors and mentees can take the mentorship wherever you are both most comfortable. You might have a short-term mentorship, do phone calls, an email, a video chat, and others might want a long-term relationship, like maybe through their entire junior year, or maybe through their entire undergraduate experience. I mean, how incredible would that be? So, but it's really all up to the both of you because it is a team sport. And lastly, all I can say is that as a Blue Link mentor, you will have access to an extended network of professionals affiliated with NU and have an outstanding talent pool of next generation leaders. So please consider joining us. and sharing your success and experience with a Timberwolf and help them see beyond. Help them see beyond their imagination. And you don't have a mentor as a seasoned professional, you're missing the boat. You should be surrounding yourself with highly successful people who are more successful than you, because my friends, you should not be the smartest person in the room. So thank you so much. I hope this was helpful.
Thank you, Beth. Super helpful. I just want to remind everyone we've got Q&A open over on the right-hand column. So if you've got a question for Beth, please type it into the Q&A. And I just want to reiterate what Beth was talking about NU Blue Link. It is a online platform that is reserved just for Northwood alumni, staff, and students and faculty. So it's very similar to LinkedIn, but reserved only for Northwood folks. And so hop on there and peruse around. And like Beth mentioned, we encourage you to join that mentoring group. And Beth and some more of our colleagues on campus are working with our first year students. They've got these foundation courses, and they're inserting some mentoring type of assignments into the classes, and we're going to be encouraging them to hop on to Blue Link and seek folks out that are alumni that are interested in helping them. And so, and we'll also be offering additional resources for our alumni to, again, learn how to be a mentor and find a mentor. So any questions? I've got lots of thanks, and everyone seemed to enjoy this very well. Lots of comments. No questions. You must have covered everything thoroughly.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. It was fun. I hope it was helpful.
It was, absolutely. I want to also remind everyone, if you are on the hunt for something new, we do have a career fair on campus coming up next week. That is February 17th, and I believe it's 2 to 5.
It is at the Hawk Center. Yeah, we have a record, over 90 employers, and over 30% are new employers. We're very excited.
So if you're looking for something new, be sure to join us on campus. And you can find more information about that through our career portal called Handshake. And you can find that on our public website through the Career Advancement Department. No questions. Okay. Well, I guess we'll wrap this up. Again, watch your email. We'll send out the recording. We'll send out these slides and some additional information about mentoring will be coming out soon. We hope to see you next month for our monthly webinar. Don't have a topic yet, but we'll find something great for you, and look forward to seeing you next month. And thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, thanks everyone. Take care.